Thursday, October 9th, 10:30 in the morning. This is how far the surf has come. It's come up to these chairs that are normally 60, 70 feet from the high tide line. And the surf has come up way past the chairs. It actually has come all the way up to Harbor Beach Surf Club, where they have a phenomenal dune system, the Australian pine. These waves have carried the rack line in about 100 feet further than normal. So we've got two nests that have survived in Zone 12. One is Fort Lauderdale 791 CM laid on August 29th. We saw this sea turtle come in. She was out for about 4.5 hours, and as you can see, she was looking for dune vegetation. She had to crawl way back to Lago Mar to find what she was looking for. This is a 50 duck when she was covering her eggs. Neighbor's probably right behind it. Lago Mar has done a fabulous job in planting dune vegetation, and every year we have green sea turtles that nest in their dune vegetation. This green sea turtle had to come in so far west to find the dune vegetation that when she left, she had to due south, and by the time we got to her, she had traveled about 300 feet south to the PLA parking garage lights. She was completely confused on her exit from this nest and traveled quite a distance south. At that point, we stood to the west of her, just within her eye shot, and headed her east. And their journey back to the sea took about 40 minutes. One of our two nests left. Fort Lauderdale 791 green sea turtle nest. So just south from where we were, the Lago Mar Dune vegetation, we have our beautiful Mayan Dune. And unlike Mr. Banks and Lago Mar and Oceanage and Surf Club, and all the places that are protecting their dunes and their dune vegetation, Mayan Beach Club and Ocean Lane Villas want to tear down this massive, beautiful coastal dune system. And we're just going to take a look at it. So here we are at the Mayan Dune, looking from the north. It's approximately 150 by 150 by about 6 feet high with its vegetation. We had one green sea turtle nest on it this year and one right in front of it. With the very, very high storm surge we had the last few days, you can see the rack line was carried way far west to about 10, 15 feet of the base of the dune. However, this green sea turtle nest that was up on the dune would have even survived this. So we've got our dune vegetation here. This is the site of the green sea turtle nest. Actually, here's a elled egg. Okay. This is our dune system. Apparently the reason they want it removed is the people in Mayan Beach Club have a partially obstructed view of the ocean. In the past, this has been a site for least tern nesting colony. In 1995, it was the only least tern nesting colony in the 6 southeast Florida counties that actually had them nesting on a beach system rather than on coral rock or on rooftops, because it was exactly the type of habitat that least terns are looking for, behind the dune and up here in the dune where it's more open and less vegetated. And this is Fort Lauderdale 782 CM that hatched out 4 a.m. on the morning of October 5th with 136 hatchlings. You can see it's absolutely due east of the Mayan Dune. Out of those 136 hatchlings, 8 went west, and the 2 that we missed went to the dune and then turned around and came back east. And what they were going to was sky glow. 8 went west as opposed to 81 that went south and south-southwest. And then we had 47 go east. And so if we had not had this dune system here, the lights from Ocean Lane Villas, the lights from Lago Mar Place, the lights from Mayan Beach Villa, and the lights from La Coquina would have been much more visible. But since they weren't, what was totally visible was POA. So we had a whole lot of hatchlings from this nest go south. We're just going to walk around this dune. We're looking at it now from the east, looking east to west. We'll do snapshots of it as we travel along the south edge. Got fabulous sea oats up there. We do have a loggerhead shrike that has been seen on this dune 3 times, and lots of mockingbirds. They're munching on the bugs. Just looking at it from south to north, give you your bearings. Mayan Beach Club, Ocean Lane Villas, Lago Mar Place. And this is the dune star. This is an endangered plant. It runs its rhizomes under the sand and then pops up a wonderful amount of dune star here. Very, very healthy dune system. This is what holds the beach together. This is what you hope for. I don't know how long it would take this sand to have piled up, but I would speculate decades. It's speculation, but I would speculate decades. Decades and decades of these little plants catching windblown sand particles, building the sand up. Sea oats have really long roots, and they just keep growing on top of the sand. And they build this phenomenal system. Ooh, who's this in here? Okay, we got a palm warbler. This is down here for the winter. I don't know if we can see him. I didn't expect to see him in here. Little palm warbler, you see him bobbing his tail. He is a winter bird. He's just arrived from migration, and he's out here on the Mayan Dune. That's cool. So this is where the sign is for Mayan Dune, right at the end of their walkway, and it intersects. For Mayan Beach Place, and it intersects Mayan Dune at about 2/3 of it is to the west, and 1/3 of it is to the east. So we'll check out the property line and see who this dune belongs to.